Toasters, thanks for joining the Toast to the Men Network with SD. You got SD. Thanks for joining me. Man, it's early in the AM. I actually have a doctor's appointment I have to attend in about an hour or so I won't be long. So, as you all, I saw the news hit the circuit last night about Kevin Samuels, the alleged or reported death of Kevin Samuels. And my wife Yaya and I were talking about it, and I was like, "Man, I think this is true." And she was saying, "Nah, it's not true. This is a hoax. Uh, People do this every so often. It's a hoax. I don't believe it." Uh, but I felt like it was true. It was trending too heavily, so I had a feeling it was true that the brother Kevin Samuels passed. Uh, as I was looking on social media, particularly Facebook, I kind of just what do you say, browse Facebook. I lurk. I don't really live on Facebook or thrive on it. I don't really comment a lot. Yeah, Facebook to me is pretty toxic. So I check it out sometimes for content, basically, and I'll show my presence sometimes. But I saw on Facebook, man, something wild. I saw a lot of women, not all, a lot of women celebrating. I saw a lot of women celebrating, uh, showing no compassion. And you don't have to show compassion for someone, but you could be indifferent. But they were vocalizing their pleasure uh, in this brother's alleged death. The reports hadn't even really been confirmed by the detective or the medical uh, medical professional or anybody, not even the mainstream media, and they were already celebrating in the streets of social media. Man, I thought that was tasteless, tactless, and I tell you, man, I don't care how much distaste I have for someone. Man, I'm too scared to celebrate their death. Man, I believe in karma, instant karma. I believe that whatever we send out into the universe, it comes back to us. The universe is a mirror. I believe that. So, man, I'm too scared to even go that route. Even if I don't agree or I have distaste for someone, it could be an enemy, and I just wouldn't do it, man. Not because I'm holier than thou, because I'm not, but I'm just too scared of the karma that comes with it, man. The signals I'm sending out that'll come back to me. I'm just too scared for it, man. I'm a. You call me a coward. You call me a square or whatever. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. So and not only that, man, I know how uh people can have a public persona for YouTube or social media, and they're totally different in private. And so I don't take a lot of this stuff I see on social media to heart. I understand it's entertainment, and that's how I saw Kevin Samuels for the most part. I saw him as an entertainer. Uh, I didn't see him as a guy who bashed all black women. I didn't see that. I think he did target a certain type of black woman, and he spoke to the black woman because that's his community. You know, I believe I didn't follow the guy like that. There's a lot I didn't agree with him on. I just didn't follow him like that. But he target a certain demographic in the black community because he's in that community, and I believe he said he doesn't even date outside his race. So if he wanted to send a message, why would he send a message to all women? He targeted his demographic, the women he's connected to, and a lot of women. I was reading that the comments of a lot of black women saying he helped their marriage. Yeah, a lot of black women said that. So I wouldn't say it's split 50-50. I think it was definitely 80-20. uh, 80 going toward celebration, distaste, and 20 going for uh, having sending out condolences to him and people connected to him. But it's a dangerous game, man. It's a dangerous game. Now, what's ironic is I made a video about Kevin Samuels maybe a year ago, and I expressed that I really didn't follow him. This is when people were trying to cancel him, and I expressed I didn't really follow the brother. I checked out a few videos, but the delivery just wasn't my thing. But I understand it's entertainment, but it wasn't my thing. And they were trying to shut the brother down. They were trying to shut him up, and I was in support of him in that regard. That no one should be shut up. No one should be silenced, whether you agree with them or not. No one should be silenced. Uh, and I think Kevin Samuels was needed. He was needed. He did uh, cause some eruption, some discomfort, some discourse, but I think it needed to be had, it needed to be done because we're falling asleep at the wheel sometimes. And like some women said, it helped them. It helped them step their game up. It helped them in their marriage. He was a straight shooter. That I respect. I love straight shooters. Some people don't. I love straight shooters. And so, you know, I think he's gone. My wife doesn't really believe the reports. I think he's gone. Now, it's been reported, again, reported that the brother has passed away from uh, cocaine laced fentanyl. And what's so ironic about that, a few months ago, I did a video on Michael K. Williams, the actor Michael K. Williams, who died of a drug overdose from fentanyl, cocaine laced fentanyl. And I tell you, brothers and sisters, man, this stuff is 180 times stronger, more potent than heroin or meth. Uh, it's dangerous, man. It's a dangerous drug. And I would just advise people, people can do what they want, of course, but I advise people just not to mess with drugs at all. And by the way, uh, alcohol is a drug, so if you don't have the temperament or the discipline to uh to not overuse, yeah, you shouldn't even mess with it. It comes with alcohol. It comes with over-the-counter drugs, black market drugs. Yeah, you shouldn't even touch it if you know, hey, this is a weakness of mine and I can't maintain if I do it. Now that's reports. It has not been confirmed, but you know, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked, and I don't say I'm not shocked because it's the brother Kevin Samuels. I'm not shocked with anyone doing anything. People, and again, this is reported, it's alleged, but people have secrets. People have shadow work that they need to do. They have things they cover up. They have things they're struggling with, and so it doesn't shock me, man. At the end of the day, we're people. We got to deal with stuff. None of us are perfect, but I would advise all of us, man, to do that shadow work and attack those struggles. You know, it doesn't matter how well someone appears to have it, how good they appear to be doing in life. A lot of us have things, man, that are lurking in those shadows that we need to work on. And I'm telling you, man, if you don't work on them, if you don't attack them, they will appear or reappear. And so, man, we got to do that shadow work. It doesn't shock me. I did a video just recently about the whole Shannon Crowder comment on Russell Wilson and Future, that type of thing, and Sierra. And listen, man, I look at Russell Wilson and Future. I look at those brothers in the same light. Yeah, I put no man on a pedestal, and I put no man below me. We all look eye to eye. And so, I know publicly it looks like Future's a bad guy, that he's undisciplined, and you know, he's not looked at in a good light publicly. But we don't know that man. We don't know that man privately. He could be totally different, you know. Russell Wilson comes off as a square, as a good guy, as a clean cut guy. He could be totally different in private. He could be hiding something. He could be struggling with something. And so that's why I put no man on a pedestal and no man is below me, man. But we all got something we need to work on or that we're working on, and it will appear at the most inopportune time, man. And you don't want it to appear in death. You don't want something to come out in death because you can't redeem yourself. So you want to get a hold of those things, man, while you're alive, while you're breathing. And man, all this has just come together, man. Like I just did a video on what are you doing with your dash, parentheses life. That dash is between your born date and your death date. Like what are you doing with it? And I gotta say, man, the last 5 to 6 years, Kevin Samuels has really made an impact. Whether you disagree, agree, or indifferent about what he did, he made an impact. He made a name for himself, and he worked hard. I don't know what he's really doing before then, but he definitely made an impact, and his name will be remembered. Uh, man, what are you doing with your life? Are you on the sideline, criticizing, critiquing, judging? You know, are you that fan on the sideline, but you never getting on the court? You never get on the court to take chances and do something with your life that's monumental. And so, regardless how you feel about that, brother, and like I said, I wasn't a supporter, but I wasn't a detractor either. You know, I was kind of indifferent about it. I understood what his message was. I just didn't agree with some of the tactics. But I get that too because if you're not electrifying, or if you're not saying something that's controversial, sometimes you don't get that traction. You don't get those views. So I see both sides of it. Uh, but like I said, man, if it's true that the brother died from cocaine's fentanyl, I'm not shocked. He shouldn't be dragged in the dirt, in the mud. We all got our things, man, we need to work on. We all got those things in the shadows that social media doesn't know about that we need to work on, brothers. And yeah, yeah, man. Be careful about celebrating death, celebrating someone's death in a negative way. Be careful about that, man. We're all one. And so to celebrate that man's death in a tactless way is is a reflection on me, and I'm doing myself harm. Because man, we're all one. We're all part of the source, just with different perspectives and different views, but we're all one, and we really can't be separated, man. We're all cousins. Yeah, we're all cousins, man. We come from the same source. We're all cool, all cousins. Yeah, man. Do that shadow work. Don't celebrate someone's death in a tactless way. And no one is above you, no one is below you. And don't have general expectations of people. I think that's one way, that's one reason people couldn't digest what the brother was saying, because we have general expectations of how people should communicate, uh, what people should have an understanding of. And we're in fault. We're at fault for that. There should be no generalized expectations. We got to show compassion, understanding, and we got to listen, man. We got to be able to have the conversation and listen to one another. But if it's true, uh, RIP to Kevin Samuels, whether I agree or disagree or indifferent, hey, we're all one. As always, from me to you, love, peace.